I can't believe this. I am actually in tears. I'm in tears watching Alexander Ovechkin lift that Stanley Cup. I'm a Flyers fan. I just actually cried watching him hold the cup to his fans and hoist the Stanley Cup. I can't believe it. The Washington Capitals win the Stanley Cup. I can't believe it. I'm actually crying of joy for Alexander Ovechkin. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't even rooting for the Caps that much. And for him to finally win the Stanley Cup, I promise you, this is the most insane thing I've ever seen. I am just stunned. I am so happy for him. Let me first just say congratulations to the Vegas Golden Knights fan. What a remarkable season. But how do we not literally fall in love with what the Capitals just did? I mean, let's talk about Ovechkin just won the Conn Smythe and the Stanley Cup. We've talked about him last year saying, is he the leader that this team needs? They can't find a way to win. They win the President's Trophy. They can't win the Stanley Cup. Then he does this. He's blocking shots. I can't get over the fact of, do you guys remember on what he was in the years past? Just a goal scorer. This guy stepped up into a leadership role that I have never seen before. He has stepped up insanely. Blocking shots in the D zone is night and day from what he used to do. And now it's just secondhand nature, and as a leader, the whole entire team bought in. Listen to what they had to do. They were down 2-0. They were down 2-0 after two home games to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Find a way to win and clinch the series away. Then they beat the Penguins, someone who they haven't beat in so many years. They always fought them in the second round. In Pittsburgh, they find a way to win on the road. Then they beat Tampa. They find a way to win on the road. And then they beat Vegas in 5 on the road against Marc-Andre Fleury, who was a Pittsburgh Penguin in the last 2 years, and they beat them. I just can't believe it. I remember this feeling with the Philadelphia Eagles, and I couldn't sleep for 48 hours. I remember having an 8 a.m. and I didn't sleep. The adrenaline was just kicked in. I can't believe that Alexander Ovechkin just won the Stanley Cup and the Capitals. This team, it just really found a bond and was just different this year. Different from Kuznetsov, TJ Oshie. Hope he stepped up. Do you remember what he was like at the end of the season where he didn't even start the playoff run? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Let's dissect this game a little bit. In the beginning, no goals were scored in the first period. Tom Wilson gets some hits. Thomas Tatar just has an opportunity in the high slot. He just fumbles the puck. Just nothing goes on in the first period besides chances for both teams. Then the second period comes around and Vrana scores. He literally gets a breakaway opportunity-ish and buries it top shelf. Who's your daddy? What you do for a 1-0 lead? 3 minutes later, Nate Schmidt with a wrister from the blue line. It hits off a Niskanen and they tie the game up 1-1. Then on the power play, the next shift, Alexander Ovechkin backdoor scores and he scores on Fleury. And let's talk about how in the warm-ups he's slashing Fleury in the warm-ups and Fleury comes back and gives him a two-hand. I've never seen anything like it. He was so dialed in. Then Perron scores his first of the playoffs to tie the game 2 minutes later. And then at the end of the period with 30 seconds left, Riley Smith wide open in the slot as Alex Tuch makes a beautiful pass and they take a lead 3-2. 5 goals in the second period. We move on to the third where Smith Pelly is in midair and dives and scores as a defenseman keeps it in on the blue line. It was this close to going offsides. This close. He keeps it in to tie the game. And Lars Eller 2 minutes later finds the net as a shot in the high slot, wide open, squeaks through Fleury, and he puts it in past him to win the Stanley Cup. I actually cried that Ovechkin raised the cup in front of all those fans, all those Washington Capitals fans in Vegas. I am just so in disbelief. I'm so happy for him. The guy who plays with so much passion and got all this criticism for the way he played the game. really developed into a full-time player who plays both sides of the ice, both sides, and that's huge. We always criticized him for that. He has so much passion in his sleeve. It's insane. Can you imagine what he's going through right now? I am so happy for him. So happy. Along with the rest of this team. TJ Oshie, amazing series. Kuznetsov, are you serious? I thought he potentially also could have won the Conn Smythe. DSP, Smith-Pelly with the playoff series that he had, outstanding. Let's not talk about Tom Wilson. I didn't even think this game was that physical for the Washington Capitals. They were more effective throughout this series, playing more physical than they did tonight. But it got the job done. I am just, the emotion out of Alexander Ovechkin. I just cried on my couch for Ovechkin. I did not see that coming. The power of sports and the remarkable thing that is about to happen in Washington, D.C. tonight and for the next couple days. I mean, I've experienced it with the Eagles, and I know the feeling. 52 years the Super Bowl has been there. We haven't won one. The Capitals finally win over 40-plus years. They win the Stanley Cup after all this controversy over the last few years of being the best team in the league and not being able to do it and questioning Alexander Ovechkin's leadership role. Bravo, Washington. This team was special. It was different than every other Washington Capitals team we have seen in the years past, and they got it done. They fought back in this game and won the Stanley Cup. Congratulations, Washington Capitals fans. You won the Stanley Cup, and this goes in history. It goes down in history. Alexander Ovechkin really building his legacy. And I hate to just keep bringing up Ovechkin, but it's hard not to. I mean, pure emotion. Did you see the emotion on his face? I can't get over it. It's priceless, and it is the beauty of sports. Now, I am going to literally go back and watch him raising the Stanley Cup. I mean, it was that powerful to me. Because I remember, I dream of doing that. I mean, I dreamed of doing that. And I know the blood, sweat, and tears that man went through to do this. And he finally gets to hoist it. It's amazing. It's remarkable. With that being said, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations. Congratulations, Washington. I'll see you next time.